Well, the third quarter was not our best, especially the first 4 or 5 minutes. We just didn't have the level of juice and urgency that it, takes to play a team like that you just played. And I thought the fourth quarter was, defensively, we at one point late in the quarter, they had like 9 points. And what hurt us early in the half was the turnovers. We had I think we had 7 early in the third, and it put them in transition. But in the fourth, we had 33 versus their 20. And a lot of it was just our ability to guard the ball. I thought Landry and Book on the ball tonight on that right wing, those are 2 signature plays to be able to keep guys in front of you or block the shot. Book had one where he guarded, blocked the shot, went down and knocked down a 3. They called a timeout, and you could kind of feel the momentum in the building. And it was, pretty fun for us to be able to play off of our defense that way.
From the 21-4 run, I believe, in that 4, you just talked about defense, but also making shots.
Yeah.
Or you sitting on the bench like, you know what, it'll come. Patience.
I just didn't think the ball movement was where it needed to be in the third. We were in sometimes one pass, one action shot scenarios. We got it moving a little bit. Chris was in a pick and roll, and I thought, when Cam Johnson came off of a pick and roll that Chris had manipulated it and he came out of it and knocked down the 3, you could kind of feel the bench saying, that's it. That's how we have to play. And they, these were 2 tough games. Like, there were no rookies on the floor, no young players. These were, men on the floor. And so we were both trying to take stuff away from each other. And, we were able to sustain just for a little bit longer than them. And it allowed for us to, have an outburst in the fourth quarter.
With JaVale, that time he got as a starter, he got used to those guys. Now he also was with the bench. What's it like seeing him where it doesn't matter who he's out there with?
Yeah.
He's able to be a factor.
Well, I think they're adjusting to him, not so much the other way around. When he offensively sets screens and rolls, he does that with both groups. And he complements the bench, though. Tonight they had like 41 points, 22 rebounds from the bench. And I've been on them lately about either sustaining or increasing the momentum. I thought they increased tonight. We got a lot of production from our bench guys.
Mikal had a perfect shooting night, especially early. He gave you guys a big lift. I don't know. Did you want to get him more involved in the second half, or is it just that's the
he turns down shots? Like, he and Cam Johnson and Jay are turning down shots. Kevin Young's been on all 3 of them about shooting. He could get more shots. He's turning down a few because they can shoot. They're getting run off the line, but we want those guys to take those shots. And so we're going to keep pushing them to shoot. But, he had 7 shots. It's not the end of the world. He got to win. I think he'd take a win over shooting 20 times and losing, so I'm sure he'd love to have more shots, but I just think we have to force the issue when our shooters have opportunities to go ahead and take those shots. But I thought he was pretty efficient tonight. I think his heart is to just make the right play. But for me, taking the shot is the right play when he's open.
And Jason said before the game that he thought a fatigue factor set in for his team in the fourth quarter on Wednesday night. Did you see that again? There seemed like a tipping point there.
Yeah.
You took the lead, they called the timeout, and then the game just started.
Yeah. It's hard to say from my vantage point, but I do think the depth of our team allows for us to, bring guys in waves, whether or not we made them tired or they got tired, I'm not quite sure, but our defense has been able to sustain its energy, especially in the fourth quarter when we need not just stops, but consecutive stops. And that allows for us to get a lot of momentum when we can stop teams 3-4 times in a row.
There was that sequence for Landry at the opening of the fourth quarter. Started working against Thompson.
Yeah.
And then just runs it up and finds Jay. Are you starting to see him do new how familiar?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's, we're just taking the handcuffs off of him. He puts them on himself. Our guys tell him all the time, shoot the ball or go make a play. And I think he's getting used to, we don't want to play reckless, but we also don't want our guys to feel like they're constricted at all. And I think he's starting to understand that we trust him to make plays. He has good intentions on the floor. And we value what he brings to the table. Yeah, that was a huge point of emphasis. Powell he and Finney Smith, like they keep coming the whole game. And, Cauley Stein's out there bringing some force and grit on the boards. I thought our guys, the thing that helps us is we have really good tip rebounders. We'll tip it to a teammate when you can't get it or a guy can't get it. That helps us a lot. But that was a point of emphasis to keep them off the glass.
You were nearly a player the last time the Suns won 11 games in a row. This is getting fairly special, 11 wins in a row. I mean, I know you said it's hard in the moment to really, but how much do you appreciate this run, I guess?
I mean, from day one, since I've been here, I've said, I appreciate one win. You know what I mean? And I'm not unaware of what's going on, but my mindset is to, keep getting better, keep focusing on the things that are going to allow for us to have sustained success. But yeah, I want our players to enjoy it. I want the fans to enjoy it. It's just not in my DNA to get caught up in that. My focus is on getting ready for the next game. And, I said this, I'd love to win them all. You know what I mean? That's what we do. So I'd love it. It's exciting for the fans, exciting for the players, and I certainly appreciate it.
Monty, you've said a couple of times over the last couple of days that you've got people who you'd rather see when they get the ball, just shoot the ball, take the shot that you want. What do you think the issue is? Is there a lack of confidence? Is there a fear of failure? How are these guys doing?
I don't think every team in the NBA is taking away threes and trying to take away rim shots. So when we watch the film, we do see guys closing out with urgency to our shooters. We're just telling our guys to shoot the ball anyway. But we also have guys who can make the mid-range shot with efficiency. So we don't want to take that away either. But when we have open threes, I don't think it's a lack of confidence. I think our guys just want to make the right plays. Sure. I think our guys are just focused on, the next game. I really do. We haven't talked about the schedule because I firmly believe everybody's going to deal with a tough stretch, whether it's 5-7, 3-4, 7-10, like it's going to happen. The travel aspect of it happens to everybody. And why focus on what you can't change? I feel like our job as a staff is to try to get our guys the rest they need physically and emotionally so they can be ready. But I don't dwell too much on it because I can't change it. I can call the league, but I don't think they're going to answer, so it is what it is.
Defense, that's what we've been trying to hang our hat on consistently. And, the fourth quarter, we tightened up a little bit.
Well, that's just about JaVale and his ability to be able to play well, regardless of the unit, whether he's with the first or second unit. What things do you see that he's doing that's available him to do that?
Vale just a pro, just a consummate pro, which is, why I went up to him during the playoffs last year. Just coming out there, doing whatever needs to be done so we can win.
Been through an 11-game winning streak before, but obviously they don't happen too often. I mean, how fun is this? Like, you told the guys to enjoy it. Like, what's this experience like?
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun because regardless strength of schedule or whatnot, it's hard to win one game in this league. And, we done been down going into a lot of fourth quarters. So I think what makes it nice this year is the experiences we went through last year. So our guys don't take this for granted, and the locker room is great. Sometimes you can win games and it feel like you lost in the locker room, but the locker room is great, and the spirit's right.
Devin, for you to watch the team make that run to get the lead with you on the bench, I know that's something that you got accustomed to last year. What was it like again to see it when you're not having the night you want, but you guys are pushing away and taking that lead?
You said I got accustomed to it last year?
I thought it was more time than it was the previous.
Yeah. No, man, that's what it's about. That's the culture of this team. We always say it can be anybody's night, and we're trying to get best available shot every time down. And when you have a talented group and a deep team like that, everybody's hungry to go out there and play the right way. And like Chris said, the locker room is right. Nobody's hating on each other, and everybody's pulling for each other. So, it's fun to be a part of.
This was you guys' first sellout crowd at home. Did it sound like it tonight? That it was a sellout. This was the first one of the year.
Yeah, they was out there tonight.
It got rocking when Jay hit that three. It sort of had that playoff feel. So it was nice to have that energy tonight.
Devin, what do you enjoy more? You stuffed Brunson on that layup, and then you sprint down the court and Chris finds you for the three. What's more fun? The block or the three?
It's easy to say the block, but just what Chris just said, just the crowd. You feel the energy. Those momentum plays. They take off the roof. It keeps everybody involved, and it was a big part of the game. The whole fourth quarter, was a lot of fun.
Look, you played with JaVale in the Olympics. How much of it, what was that like, and how much of it does it carry over to what you guys are doing here, chemistry-wise?
Yeah, that was a recruiting trip for me. That's why I went over in the first place. Nah, I'm messing with you. That was fun. We touched the gym every day out there, so it was good to see firsthand what he's capable of, and he's a leader. He's been there before. He has 3 championships and Olympic gold medal now. And not a lot of people can say they have that on their resume. So, he's a big part of this culture. He comes in, he helps us out a lot. And I know he's good for DeAndre too, and Frank. They're able to push each other every day in practice, and it's an iron sharpens iron mentality, and our team benefits a lot from it.
Second game in a row where Mikal started everyone from Jalen Brunson to 7'2" Kristaps, and then on the other end he's going 7 for 7.
Yeah, I don't care if Kel don't play another game this season. He better be on that all defensive team this year. You know what I mean? He every night. I know that was a question for Book, but I'm every night, man. Kel does everything. So
I know he better not have a perfect game ever again. I told him that would never happen this way. 7 for 7, at least be 7 for 8. Shoot the next one from half court.
Shoot it from another free throw line.
For sure. So I'm gonna talk to him about that. Yeah, it was fine. I actually hit my elbow, my funny bone. It went down to my hand. It went numb. Yeah, it went numb for a little bit.
As long as he can shoot, he probably.
Not really. Not really.
And I get so excited about it because I know what that's like. You know what I mean? For so many years, guarding. You know what I mean? Like guarding, chasing around Steph, guarding James, guarding Kyrie, Russ, all that. You know what I mean? So it's a different type of approach coming into the game. It's a lot of games that guys that come into the game just having to think about making their shots and getting to their spots. But when you have to think of how am I going to make the game tough on this guy, it's a whole different approach to the game. And he one of the best I've ever seen do it.
Hey, man, ball's not in my hands. Like I told Book, I'm like, the reason why I go 7-7 because UNCP 20 shots and 14 shots. So them boys be getting them up. So they got the ball the whole time. So I told them, look, when I was scoring, y'all was giving me the ball. When y'all was struggling a little bit, then they start shooting it. So that's the reason why I only took 7 shots.
They also said that you should be all defense. They said you don't have to play another game. You should be all defense because the multiple guys that you defend. How do you do that though? Every night, defending multiple guys and staying locked in when you know it's a different assignment. It could be every other trip.
Just like I said, just like I always say, never just me. You know, I got 4 other guys behind me that's just always there. Got coaches with great scouts, and you know, I watch film. So you know, it's a team thing, and my coaches help prepare me, and I know I could be a little bit aggressive with DA down there, and everybody else helped me out.
Mikal, when we would talk to Devin after like an all-star snub or whatever, he said that as long as I have the respect of my peers, I'm cool. We never asked you about not making all defense last year, but is that the same mindset for you where you just it's more so about the respect from your peers?
Yeah, I just try to play hard, you know, try to help the team win. You know, everybody that made defensive team, they all play defense and well deserved. So there's not a soul on that piece of paper when it came out where I thought they shouldn't have made it. So, you know, I just know that, you know, I appreciate the love of everybody saying that I should have made it, but you know, it goes on, you know, I just keep trying to defend and keep trying to, you know, win.
As someone who takes a lot of pride in your defense and everything like that, how cool is it when you see somebody like Landry, you know, get that big stop in the 4th quarter,
Mhm.
Devin with that big block, and then it's, you know, looks like you're rubbing off on some people.
Man, those guys got it. They play hard. Sometimes if I'm not scoring, I try to set the tone defensively. We other guys like Jay and DA who also does the same thing, and we just try to be those leaders out there defensively. But shoot, man, everybody on our team guards. It's not just me, like our whole starting 5, and then the bench comes in, and the guys that don't play, they're ready to guard as well. So it's just a team thing and that mindset that we all have.
Mikal, so that was another night where you guys were really pushing the ball up the court. Do you feel that more concerted effort by you guys to get out and run a little bit more? Yeah,
just our pace. We got the guys, we got the players where we can get out in transition. We find each other. That's always sometimes where we know where we're at our best when we have our pace high. And that's just credit to C and Book and C Payne and all the guys, Sham, all the guys that push it, you know, just they kick it up, and, you know, other guys out here got to make plays.
Is that another defense to offense one where once you guys are playing at a certain level defensively, 2-0 run?
100%. You know, our best offense is our defense. So, you know, it's easier to go out there, get stops, and run out in transition.
Is it easier? I guess it's not easy at all. Is it more effective for you to defend now that you've guarded all these guys, you've been through the league a few times, you're finding yourself more able because you're starting to learn their games?
Nah, not really. They all evolve every year. Everybody gets better and adding more stuff to the game. It's just I watch and I just try to see what they do and be prepared for it.
Was the also got tip rebounds to 8? Yeah, was that your favorite play?
Yeah, that was I enjoyed that one a lot. DA wasn't scoring that much, but he was just being a beast down there. Had like 17 boards at the time, and him getting a dunk from CP, and then the tip I gave him, I was happy for him to join the party of the scoring because Sham got it going, Cam Johnson, Book, CP got it going, Jay just hit a 3. I just wanted him to join the party.
Did you see him last second, or when you went up?
I was trying to get the board, but then I saw him right there, and I just all my little effort I can just try to smack the ball to get there, and then I'm happy he got there.
Monty's talked about with rebounding for you guys, a big thing. It's like those tip outs, and you've been so good with that this year. Has that been the central focus for you when you see shots go up to try at least get a hand on it?
Yeah, trying. Obviously, I gotta be better, but yeah, we're mindful about that. And I just try to get in there and try to help, you know, DA and everybody else that's boxing out. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mikal.
Yep, thank you.